I'm Patrick Bailey with IQlist.com, and in this video we'll be going over how we put up this wall. Now it's already done, but I've filmed everything, and so we're going to show you how we put this wall up downstairs in our basement. And one key aspect of it is we used a ramset, which actually is even though it's not called a nail gun, it's called a ramset. It actually uses bullets to shoot nails into concrete, but I'm going to kind of cover that in this video and show you how we put this wall up down here in our crawl space. Okay, so let me get a ramset. So we got here, you got three options. And they're actually kind of cool. Like the one I'm used to that my dad used to have is one like this, which these are all, they got bullets you put in them. So you have bullets that actually propel your nail. And this one is the cheapest one. It's about 26 bucks. And you can hit it with a hammer to trigger the bullet to shoot the nail in. It looks like they have another one now compared to when I was a kid. Same thing, but it's got a trigger handle on it. But that's not the one I want. I'm gonna try to get this one. It's a little more expensive. It's 90 bucks, but it's got a silencer on it. And it looks cool. So there's even fancier ones than that, but this one should be quieter. And so I'm gonna try it. It's gonna be kind of cool. But with this, you have to get bullets. They're kind of bullets, I should say. They're gonna propel the nail. And of course you get a nail. So I'm going to get these so I can nail the boards in. Okay, so at this point I'm going to take down all this insulation that's currently here. And the only thing I'm worried about, I want to check it out, is down here, I just want to make sure this is level so I can pound things in. So I need to get this off, so I need to get it out anyway. Anyway, but with that, let me just start pulling this insulation off. You can see a lot of these, they got hooks here that are in the concrete. I'm no expert on this, not my thing, but you can see how they kind of just slapped them on. So it seems to be easy to kind of pull them up and off. You may not have anything like that, but that's what I have. Well, there's that. And yep, looks like I got, some of this looks kind of nice and flat, so I can stick stuff on here. But look, here I got this. I'm going to get some kind of chisel and hammer and break this away, or I got to build around it or cut my wood when I put that on there. So a little bit of cleanup work to do before I can start nailing things in. Okay, so I went and bought a mason chisel right there. Let's see, got that at the Home Depot for about 10-ish bucks. It's a mason chisel for concrete, and I bought a little hammer. I have a bigger one, but you don't need too big to be doing this kind of work. And so I got this little part. I'm going to try to just gently pound it away. I don't need to dig into the main stuff. Oh, and I got glasses on because stuff is going to fly. There we go. So I'm just going to continue on in that fashion until I get this smoothed over so I can get the piece of wood down there. So it'll probably take me a while. I'm just going to take it real gentle and slow and get this piece off. Okay, so we took it real slow and we kind of got that area cleaned off. It's not perfect, but it's enough for what I need. And I also found another little bump I worked on. So now, where I'm going to pretty much put that, it looks like it's pretty even. And so the idea is I'm going to build this up, kind of wall here. I'm going to nail this to the floor, and I'm going to put some studs up here, and those studs are probably going to attach to a cross beam like this. I'm going to nail this to this. That's my idea right now, but we'll see how it progresses. Okay, so I need to cut a groove out of here, so that back pipe's going to go like that. And so I tend to cut that down. And so this may not be the best technique, but I'm going to use my regular arm saw here. And I have it adjusted just to that level. In fact, you don't want to go deeper. In fact, shallower is probably a little better because I want this to go pressed against the wall. So, no deeper. But then what I do is I cut on one side, cut the other edge, and then I cut a bunch of grooves in between and then kind of break it up. But I'll show you how to do that in a second. So, and I've got all these clamped down and evened up real good. It'll be a little loud. changes to what I did last time. Last time I had it. A few more of these. Last time I had it. There we go. Bolt down there because I want to move. Should have done that first. Go real carefully. Okay, so I got the two edges, so now I need to cut out in between. And so what I usually do is, if I don't have the right tools I would like to have, I just kind of cut little edges, and then I snap it, but you'll see that here in a second as I do this. There we go. It makes a lot of sawdust. So, next thing I do is now, you don't need this per se, but I have the chisel, which is also a scraper there. You kind of push them, they just break off. They don't break off perfectly, but they break off well enough for my purposes. Then, of course, you got all this junk down here, and that's where this chisel comes in handy. Start. Just get it close enough. I can break one of these out. To work that a little bit, get that cleaned up a little bit more, but there we go. Okay, so now I built my wall. I need to attach it to here. And this is not going to be a load-bearing thing. You can see how it's cut off on the top. And I'm probably not going to even put the sheetrock up to the top. But I do need to attach it to this wall. And so we're going to use a ramset for that. So I got my bullets. And if you're unfamiliar with a ramset, there's plenty of other videos you should probably watch on how to use them. They're pretty cool because basically it's a gun. And so what it does is it uses these bullets. So this is kind of a bullet without anything on the end. And so you got to load it, and you got to get their special nails of different kinds. And this is a long enough nail for the concrete. And so you got to load it up and shoot it. And so if you're doing this, you're going to want to. This one supposedly has a silencer on it a bit, so it shouldn't be quite as loud, but it's probably going to be loud. So I got ear protection. I'll leave it just for a second. But in this case, what you got to do is you got to load this guy up. You can see how it's got the little dilly bobs on the end, so it kind of sticks in there. And then here, put the bullet in. And then, be real careful with this. It's my first time doing it with this guy. Load it. And you're good to go. And I'm going to push this against the wall. I got to press it in and fire. And there it is. That was pretty quiet. Oh, you can smell the smoke now. Looks like I didn't quite get it all the way in. So I got a little bit sticking out, but for me it's not a problem. Woo. And yeah, you can smell that smoke in there.
What did it feel like?
It felt like nothing. I mean, I was being really careful. And so this, get that guy out. So now it's safe, there's nothing in there. But this actually pressed down. See, it presses down a little bit. Maybe I need to press a little bit more in to get a little further in. But for me, this is not load bearing. I just want to stick it on there real good, so that is perfectly fine for me. And so I'm just going to do the rest of them. That was kind of cool. I'm used to the other ones my dad used to have, which you'd load it up and you'd put it down. It had a hammer. I think I showed that at the store. And you would just load it up and strike it, and it would go in. But this is it's a lot more money, but boy, it's pretty cool. And that was.
Let's do one more.
That was quiet. Okay, let me do one more at the other end. Okay. Now, of course, I'm making sure this is actually really nice and flat and flush against the wall. Yeah, I'm expecting that. Okay. Now, I do not suggest doing this, but I'm going to do it without ear protection this time, because I just want to get a feel for it, which I would not recommend, but I'm curious.
Well, they'll hear it on the video.
Yeah, I guess they will. Okay, so load that guy up. Stick this bullet in there. Okay, so now it's loaded. Make sure this wall is pressed against there. Make sure it's all pressed against, and this time I'll put some more force into it. I could hear it next to my ear. My ear's ringing a little bit, but not much. And I did go in a little further that time.
That was more of a kickback.
Yeah. I didn't put it on my shoulder, if you noticed that. I was being a little more careful because I don't want to have too much kickback and break my shoulder. This worst case, it might not go in all the way and come back, but that it might take some more practice to get them all in all the way, but for my purposes, this is just a wall. I just need to get it stuck in there and it's fine. So, cool. Okay, so the wall is done. So, we got everything up here. It's all attached. Now, it's not pretty. It's not perfect because, for one thing, we can't, because our opening's so small, we have to cut these fairly small. I could actually make them kind of wider, but not wide enough to go all the way up. So these are in strips and cut. And we're not going to bother finishing it because it's going to be a little ugly down here. And also we left a little up here just so it's easy to know where everything is. It's not pretty down here. But it worked well. And so now the next thing we're going to do is probably get a whiteboard and some cork board and some different things and hang them on the wall for class. And also let the kids just kind of paint it. We're not going to bother finishing it and doing all the spackle and stuff. We'll just kind of leave it raw and ugly because it's in a crawl space. And it's okay to be ugly. But we did do the whole length. Well, pretty much the whole length. It goes all the way down to the end, pretty much. There's a little gap at the very, very ends, but that's fine for our needs. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a like. To subscribe, just click the subscribe button. Also, you can follow us on Twitter under the handle @myiculus, or check out our blog at www.iculus.com.